Hey guys, Heidi Easley here, Texas Art and Soul, and I wanted to just let you hang out with me for a little bit if you want to, and we're going to be painting cactus in details and then talking all things about just art and creativity and finding your niche, finding what you want to do with this special talent God has given you. So I'm really excited. We're going to have kind of a conversation. So go ahead and let me know you're here. At the end, I'm actually going to pick two people that are on my text list. So if you have texted me, I'm going to pick two of y'all at the end of this live. Let me go ahead and grab my number. At the end of this live, so if you want to, Blue is hanging out with us. If you want to text me, we're going to be sharing details about the sunflower as well in that text. Go ahead and say hi as you come on. Hey guys. Hey Julie. Hey Marie. Hey Wendy. And then we may have a special guest here in about 15 to 20 minutes. So if you want to text me, I'm going to pick two people and I'm going to actually text you and give you something really cool. So go ahead and text me. I'm actually going to start kind of grabbing stuff from my art studio and doing, a few gift cards and a little thing, little fun things like that. Because who doesn't like Happy Mail, right? Okay, if you texted me, go ahead and just say, hi, Heidi. That's what you can do, and you can screenshot this. Now, I wanted to talk to y'all while I'm teaching this painting a little bit about my story and a little bit about your story of kind of how you can dream big, how you can find your niche, because today is the deadline, as you know, for signing up for Tribe. And I know a lot of you have already signed up for Tribe, and I'm so excited to help you with that. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Terry. Hey, RL. But here's what I'm hearing some people are nervous about. They don't understand. Go ahead and text me again, Rebecca. You should save my text in your phone. That way you can just say, hey, I watched your live, because I'm going to be picking one of y'all for a prize. I'm going to pick two of y'all for a prize. Hey, KJ. Hey, Terry. Hey, y'all. So we're going to talk about finding your niche, because here's the thing, several years ago, and I'm going to point this down just a little bit so y'all can watch me paint the cactus. Okay, let me turn this. And then remember, Sunday is our big sunflower. Oh, good. Yeah, go ahead and text again, even if you have me, so that way you can be a part of a chance to win a prize. Like I said, I'm probably going to go through some of my stencils and my glitter paints and then send those your way. Hello, Cindy from Illinois. Hey, Patty. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank y'all for watching. So really today, I wanted to give y'all one last opportunity to join Tribe. Now, a lot of y'all, and I'm going to use a yellow-green. This is actually, it's just legit yellow-green. And real quick before I forget, if you text the word sunflower, you'll be able to be a part of Sunday's event. It's a total free event. So this, I'm going to teach you step by step. So make sure. And if the paint, Anita, if y'all don't have the right colors when you get the supply list, because when you sign up for this, you're going to get the supply list. And if you don't have the right colors for it, then you can, if you need my text number, we'll show it a couple times, but I'm trying to let y'all see the sunflower too. So if you don't have the right colors, just get something similar. Okay. I've had a lot of people say, I can't find the right colors for Sunday. I'm going to teach you that on Sunday night, but all you have to do is text me sunflowers so that we can get you all the supply list and the tracer and stuff like that. That's fine. That's fine, Tammy. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some yellow green, and then we're going to talk a little bit about kind of my story, and then also help you with if you're kind of interested in Tribe, because today, like I said, is the very last day to sign up for it. And this is for people who are wanting to start membership. So if you're like, nope, that is not me, I want to do a paint party business and I don't want to think about a membership, then ignore this part of the conversation. But what I wanted to share with you, and I'm going to take the yellow green and start doing just some little dashes, and we're going to add some flowers onto here too, just little V's with a liner brush, just little bitty V's. Julie, this is going to be in Paint Party headquarters. Yes. So this painting will be available inside of Paint Party headquarters once I finish designing it. So I've kind of been designing it and working on it for y'all. And then once I have it all ready, we'll get you all the fun extras that go with it. So yeah, so a lot of people that are trying to start a membership, how many of y'all on here, you're like me, and you have a million ideas? You have a million ideas, right? Suzanne, for Tribe, the last day is tonight at midnight. So if you're trying to join Tribe, you have just till midnight tonight. But what I find is when people are like, I want to start a membership, but I have so many ideas. How many of you have so many ideas? Yes, Ray says too many ideas. Stephanie says, yes, that's me. Dawn says, yes. Oh my gosh. So here's what I have found. When you're starting a membership, like there are a lot of, I don't even know if I'm using this word right, but there are a lot of facets to my life that I do not share online. And the reason why, so for example, some of you know that I love painting murals, but I don't want to teach people how to make money doing murals. The reason why is it's a totally different ball game. You know, some people are really fast painters. Some people are more realistic painters. There's a bunch of things to that I really don't want to teach. Does that mean that I have to not ever paint murals? No, it doesn't. Oh, Tammy, you have 6 members. Tammy, I'm so proud of you. Tammy just joined Tribe. And again, Tribe ends tonight at midnight. So again, you know, I know I've been talking about it a lot, but I won't talk about it anymore after tonight. So he closes the doors for an entire year. And this is to help artists and creatives and pretty much anybody who wants to start a membership. So the coolest part about this is, you know, like Tammy just started her membership and now she has 6 members. Well, the crazy thing is, y'all, is that, you know, and then I'll go back to kind of talking about the murals is, you know, just because I'm not talking about how to do a mural and all of that online does not mean I have to give that part of myself up. I still currently, yeah, Patty says, still searching for my niche. I'm all over the place. That's what I find happens a lot, especially as artists. And yesterday I was on a call with some sweet, sweet ladies, and one of them, you could tell in her mind that she almost thought if she picked one thing to help people with, that she would end up like having to give, like not have those parts of her life. And that's not the truth. Here's the truth. Whenever you're doing something online or you're helping people online in a membership platform or, you know, in a way like, for example, Paint Party headquarters, I'm able to help so many of y'all learn how to teach, you know, paint parties, learn how to actually do a paint party business, all of that. That doesn't mean that I had to stop doing murals. That doesn't mean that I had to stop any of my other hobbies or things that I love. It just means I had to get very, very clear on letting you know I teach you how to make money teaching paint parties. That's the same thing for those of you that get really, really wrapped up in the fact that, oh my gosh, if I say that online, then I'm not able to do the other things I love to do. And that's not the truth. What I want you to remember is that when you're picking something to do as a membership, you want to combine something you are very, very passionate about, which in my case is paint parties and teaching you how to make money teaching paint parties. And it's something that you can help people with. Okay. So it's wonderful if you have, if you are teaching paint parties, right? Or it's wonderful if you have something that you're really passionate about, but if you can't help people with it, then you're not going to be able to solve a problem. So that's where the membership really, really helps. So you're able to, you know, solve a problem, but also have something you're passionate about. And the other day somebody goes, but what if I do something and then I'm really bored? And I said, okay, how many times do you think people have asked me what brushes I use? In paint, even in Paint Party headquarters, how many times do you think they've asked? I promise you, I've answered that question over 1,000 times. And I do it with a smile on my face because I know that if I can get the right information to them so that they can teach a successful paint party, then they're going to stay in Paint Party headquarters, which helps my family too. So the more I help them, the more they help each other. So I want you to make sure that as you're starting to think about something, that you're not giving away what the other stuff that you love to do. I'm just going to take a liner brush and I'm going to grab some white paint with it. Okay. All right. So anybody else that struggles with 1,000 ideas and you're not sure how to create your niche. Somebody else, wanted to do a membership, and they were talking about yesterday, they were saying, well, I was thinking I could do a membership and I could totally just, every single week have something new that we do, because I get bored. And I was like, yes, I understand, if you get bored, but would you sign up for something if you were totally overwhelmed and every month you had no idea what somebody was going to give you, right? Would you sign up for that? I know I wouldn't, because I'd be like, I want to know what I'm getting, right? The same type thing. Hey guys, this right here, I'm just adding little white strokes, and I want y'all to really hear me when I show you. It is okay if these are not perfect. It's actually better. So my hand's a little bit shaky, but what I'm doing is I'm barely touching it, and I'm just letting it kind of make its own little curves, okay? And remember, those of y'all that have texted me, I'm going to be picking 2 people from that text list to send either a gift card or some of my own personal art stash. I have tons of stencils and paint and stuff like that. So make sure you text me and say, hey, Heidi, something like that. Hey, Kath. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Jessie. Hey, Linda. I'm so glad you are here. And let me know if you have questions about starting your own membership, okay? Let me know if you have questions, and I'll gladly answer them for you. Okay, so I'm just kind of bringing this down. And this is going to be a design that will be inside of Paint Party headquarters. So all of you, PPHQ, if you'll just put hashtag PPHQ so I know you're here. You should be able to still text me, Pamela. I think even if you're in Canada, if it won't let you text me, then go ahead and just put sunflower and we'll make sure that you get it. Oh, wait, that 373. I'm going to hold it up so y'all can screenshot it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Gail. She says, I like the road. Go ahead and screenshot it so you can make sure to text it. And then those of y'all on PPHQ, just hashtag PPHQ so I can give you a shout out. Hey, Terry. Hey, Christina. Yeah, this is going to be available for y'all to use to make money on. So again, oh, hey, Monique. Hey, Dottie. Hey, Colleen. I'm so glad y'all are here. So those of y'all that are interested in Paint Party headquarters, we open the doors on May 16th. So save the date, because you get access to all of my paintings, all of my marketing materials for you to make money with your paint parties. So there's so much goodness inside of there. So yeah, Paint Party headquarters, people, y'all know this is coming to y'all. I just want to make sure it turns out really cute, and then we'll have it all broken down for you. Awesome. Hey, Margie from Michigan. New drawing and paint, but want it to be a real life dream come true. Oh, that's awesome, Janie. She says she's new to drawing and painting. That's the cool part about running a paint party business, is you don't have to be the best painter. You don't have to be the best, artist. You are creating an environment. You're creating something cool, experience more or less for them to come paint with you. And all the paintings that I teach you are beginner paintings designed for the beginner person at a paint party. So then you can just grab it. Let's see. It wasn't playing in PPHQ. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're here, Phyllis. That's awesome. Yeah. And remember, all of y'all in PPHQ, we'll get this all broken down so you can have supply lists, tracers, all that great stuff. So it is coming your way. So happy you're here. Thanks for being here. Let's see. If I'm not in PPHQ, will I still get the bonuses because I'm signed up with Stu? Although I do plan on signing up with you. Christina, if you signed up for Tribe, what I want you to do, if you're not signed up with my link, make sure you email help@tribehub.com, help@tribehub.com, and then say you would like Heidi's bonuses, because I have not only a 10-week study, like a study group. Anita, thank you for saying that. She says, I love the surfboards from your dad. Oh, he's going to love that. So I have a 10-week study group bonus in addition to everything you're getting with Stu. So make sure that you are signed up using my link, because you're going to have some really awesome extras with that. Okay, so let's see if we can get our special guest. Let's see. Did it work?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Look at, oh my goodness, it looks so amazing.
Oh, thank you.
It takes me back to when you were hosting us for a virtual paint party. It was so much fun. We had a blast.
It was fun. Yeah, we have a bunch of people on here. So can you see their comments? Do you want to give them like a hi, or I don't know if you can see their comments on there. Everybody's saying hi, Stu.
Yes, hello. Is that Anita and Jana, Janet, Christina, Charlene, Cree, Debbie? Good to see you, Brenda, Dawn, Julie's in the house. Nice.
Oh,
welcome.
We have so many people on here. So I have a special guest for you. So I wanted to share Stu with you one last time, because today is the final day to sign up with Tribe. And so, Stu, what we are, oh my gosh, they are so excited you're here.
Hello. Oh my gosh. Amy, Joyce, Elizabeth, Cindy, good to see you. Linda, Annette, Gail, Deborah, Teresa. Oh my gosh, I can't keep up with y'all. Danette, Jean, Karen, Debbie, Dolores, Mary, you guys are on fire in the comments.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason why I wanted to come on here and paint with you is I really, really want to talk about try to really help them over the next few minutes with their niche, because I think sometimes when they see me without the paintbrush, they don't realize that a membership is so perfect for artists and creatives. So I wanted to see if you could kind of help us. Maybe some people have some questions, but I know in the artist space, a lot of them, we have 1,000 ideas happening at all times. So yeah, how can they harness, and Dolores wants to know how much it is to join, and then how can we harness some of these ideas to get an idea and get some clarity so they know how to turn this into a membership.
Okay, so I see a question here from Amy Parker, who said, Stu, I'm on the fence. Help me decide. I teach artists how to market their paintings online organically. Okay, so here's the thing. Amy, here's how you help. This is pretty straightforward and easy. If a artist is not selling their paintings, where do they want to get to? They want to be able to get to the place where they are selling their paintings effectively. Now, you don't just go from not selling anything to all of a sudden being a master at that craft and being able to sell effortlessly. That's what you are helping people in a membership do, is you're helping them effectively be able to sell their paintings. And that is a skill set that you are teaching. That's why it's perfect for a membership. Because again, somebody just watching a video or going through a program once, they may learn what to do and how to do it, but that doesn't necessarily mean they have mastered that skill set, right? It's a lot like I can watch, Heidi all day long, teach me how to paint, but until I actually get a paintbrush and I actually start practicing, I'm never actually going to master those skills. And the same is true with what it is that you're teaching. And so that's why it becomes an absolute no-brainer for people to join in learning how to master that skill.
Yeah, I think that's so important. And I think too, a lot of people, like, they're excited about it and they're like still so unclear. And I think for Amy, that's perfect, because I know she's already like geared up and ready to go and excited. She just needs that clarity. Do you see any other questions that we can grab? And if not, I have something else I wanted you to talk about too.
Yeah, let me just see here.
I add some flowers to my cactus.
Okay. Amelia says, hey, Stu, I love painting and want to do paint parties, but I am a public speaker sharing God's word, and I want to do that foremost. Okay, so Amelia, here's what I want you to know. In part of the tribe experience is we help you identify the idea to move forward with, because inevitably, once your awareness is there in terms of memberships, you start to realize like, oh my gosh, like I could do a membership for this, I could do a membership for that, and I've got 1,000,001 ideas. Like, where do I begin? Like, and that can be the thing that often stops you from moving forward. And what I want to remove from everybody is the pressure that this has to be the perfect thing that you move forward with. It's not. It's like, think of it almost like a practice business. Like, you're just releasing yourself of that pressure. You're just moving forward, and you're just going to see what happens. But what you do have to do is you do have to move forward on a idea. And in the beginning modules, this is exactly what we talk about: is how do you identify a market and the idea that you want to move forward on. So in this case, like Amelia, here's what I can tell you. There have been successful memberships in both of those areas, in terms of painting and certainly in terms of sharing God's word. I think of Daryl, who has a membership site, which is teaching people Greek, but through the Old Testament Bible.
Wow.
Yes, like it's super niche, right? Like super niche. But that's an example. There are many, many different memberships. Janice, who we were talking to yesterday on a panel, she was sharing how her membership is creating that place for Christian women to be able to grow together, because she was saying like she supports and helps a lot of pastors and church leaders, and what she was finding was that a lot of women were coming to her in private with challenges and situations that they didn't necessarily feel comfortable with sharing anywhere else. And she said there just wasn't a safe place for that. And so she created that safe place for them. And so I share this because we can go in any direction. And that's a big part of what Tribe is going to help you do, is get that clarity, because you don't have to come into the Tribe experience with crystal clarity of how you want to move forward. That's a big piece of the puzzle, right? Like, helping you get that clarity and then knowing how to move forward with it from there.
Yeah, and I think too, like one of so some of y'all out there that you're artists and creatives. One of our artists and creatives, her name is Julie. She was gonna do a front porch hello type business where she was like helping decorate front porches. Well, she really has a passion for helping women over 50, like really like start to be healthier and all of that. And so she already started a free group. She joined Tribe. She started a free group, and now she has over 100 people in that free group, and she's launching June 4th.
Oh
So
my God.
I know. So just because you're a creative doesn't mean all of a sudden like, well, I have to do a painting membership. No, you're going to see like, oh my gosh, like another one of our ladies, she was going to do painting. And then she's like, wait a minute. I already have this bee business that's like working where I can sell honey, like that we're already selling. Why not just turn that into a subscription model where it's monthly? And so I think sometimes, because I'm always painting and we're talking about paint parties, that they're automatically thinking they have to do a painting membership. But really, Stu, what you're teaching is for any type of membership.
Yeah, and this is it. Like, it's about, here's what I would encourage people to really sit with, is that if you ever have people who ask you questions, pay attention to that. Like, that's a clue. I'll give you an example. So my wife and I last year started an Airbnb. And if you can follow us on Instagram, it's Dover Lake House. Dover Lake House. This has always been a dream of my wife's. She's always had a dream of like one day, owning her own hotel. And this was like the first step toward that. And one of the reasons that she's always wanted to do this is she just loves creating experiences for people. She's like the ultimate host. She's always the one that I'm more the introvert, believe it or not. And so like, and every weekend Amy wants to have, people over and host something. I'm like, geez, babes, can you just like, just have like a lone weekend, but anyway, she loves to host. So last year we started this Airbnb, and Amy's just done an amazing job, and it's been a huge success. And she's had a lot of people asking her questions about it. And I said to her, I'm like, Amy, there's clues in those questions. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, that would be a perfect membership. And she's been with me this whole journey of memberships. And she's like, really? I'm like, oh my gosh, like, Yes, sometimes we're so close to it that
Yes.
we don't realize it. But this is why I want to say, if you have people who are asking questions, like that's a clue, a big clue in terms of a market that would be a great step forward. So regardless, whether it's about painting or anything else, that's where I always also love to be to start is like, what are people asking? Well, what questions are coming through? Because there's clues in those questions.
Yeah. How many of y'all here have people that ask you the same questions over and over, and you naturally answer them? So, Stu, I don't think I ever told you this story, but about 6+ years ago is when I started this online adventure, right? And it was my practice business before Texas Art and Soul and all of this took off. Well, I remember the entire year. So I paid for this program to learn. I invested in myself. I was terrified. The entire first year, I was teaching paint parties like a mad woman. And it didn't even hit me that, like, maybe I should teach people how to teach paint parties. And so that led to a mutual friend of ours, Patty Palmer. I had interviewed her, and then she interviewed me for her podcast. And she said, Heidi, I thought she was going to interview me about teaching art. And she interviewed me. The whole thing was about paint parties. And she said, you should really write an ebook on this. So I'm an action taker. So I stay up till 3 a.m. I write the ebook. I send it back to Patty, so excited. And she's like, Heidi, you probably need to flesh this out a little bit more. In other words, I'm kind of busy, leave me alone. And so then I fleshed it out. Within a couple of days, I already had it for sale and had sold so many of those ebooks because I'd already built an email list. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I need to do.
I had no idea about the Patty Palmer connection. That is amazing.
Yeah. So I think a lot of times, and a funny story is my first interview was her, and I looked up to her so much because she helped me with my art lessons. And I interviewed her entire interview without hitting record. And so I was so embarrassed, but she was good. She was sweet. So anyway, I just want y'all to know, like, sometimes it's like right there in our face, but we're too close to it. We can't do it. So do you see questions in there?
Yeah, I did. I just saw one. Okay, let me scroll up here. So Tammy said, I'm super excited. I had my first Zoom meeting with my founding members. Really cool thing happened. Of the 5 on the call, 4 of us are breast cancer survivors. So my flower of the month has already turned to a support group. That's amazing, Tammy. Like, look at what happens when we just get going, right? Like, it's so good. So Annette said, I get people asking me lots of questions about using Excel, but I have passions in paper crafting. So Annette, this is kind of where you get to choose which direction you want to go. Now, I'm always going to be in favor of you choosing something that you are passionate about, because that is going to that passion is going to come through, and enthusiasm will rub off on your audience, right? So if you have a passion about paper crafting, then I would encourage you to lean into that passion. So all I'm suggesting is that when we are looking at different markets that we want to, pursue, or different ideas that we want to pursue, I want you to know that you can go down any road, because we can build a strategy to help you experience success no matter what road you want to go down. Which is why, Annette, I'm suggesting, if you have a passion for paper crafting, girl, lean into that. Go down that road, because we can build a strategy to help you do that. And that's exactly what you'll learn inside of the Tribe Experience. Okay. Monique says, that's me, my husband, the extrovert and introvert. Yeah. Okay. So you can relate to that. Okay. Christina said, Stu, that's my problem. I have so many things that I can do. I've thought about teaching crafts, how to make door hangers, porch boards. I've thought about woodworking, how to prep your wood on how to make benches and tables. Then I've thought about all the grandparents raising their grandchildren, creating a membership for them to help support and encourage. Christina, look at you. It's not a matter of like, do I have an idea? It's just a matter of like, identifying the one to move forward. And when you join for Tribe, that's exactly what will help you get clarity around. And every single one of those things that you just listed, I can share with you examples of stories of people who are not who are in a similar market. And the reason I share that is because it's evidence that you can do this, that, that the market is willing to invest in a membership around those topics. Yeah. Like, crafts, there's so many examples there. Door hangers. Well, we only have to think of Tamara Bennett. I mean, goodness me. Porch boards. That's the only one I'm not sure of.
Those are porch leaners. It's like a big welcome sign. We get big boards.
Okay.
Y'all don't do that in Canada?
I don't think we do. But
they're so
cute. Well, I'm learning about all these things. Like, I remember when Tamara Bennett was introducing me to decorative door hangers. I was like, what is that? I had no idea what that was. So I learn all the time. I was just talking to Anthony this morning, and he is somebody that just launched, did his founding member launch during the free workshop, and he's got all kinds of for years he just gave content away for free, and so this was a big step for him to start, offering a chance for people to pay for it. And anyway, he's in the gaming market, so he helps people, who are streaming like their online gaming. And I'm like, dude, tell me, like, I don't know much about this.
It is a massive, there's like 12-year-olds making like millions of dollars. It's insane.
Crazy. Well, I'm not familiar with it. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I learn about all these different markets every year. I think of Holly George, who 2 years ago, she started a membership. She was a mom of two young kids. Her husband's in the Air Force. So she's typically at home most with the kids. And she just wanted something on the side to earn a little extra income. And she had a passion for making balloon animals. Mm-hmm. And so she starts this membership. She's generating over $7,500 a month, teaching people how to make balloon animals. And so I'm sharing this because we often just get so caught up in overthinking things. And what I'm suggesting to you is, like, you can move forward on any of the ideas. Will we help you narrow that down? Yes. Because I don't want you thinking that you've got to or should pursue all the ideas at once. I'm going to strongly recommend you pick one, and we help you narrow what that one is going to be in the beginning modules. So,
I remember a couple of years back, I was about to start a second membership, and I said, Stu, what do you think I should do? And you said, Heidi, it's your choice, but if I were you, I would just really focus on Paint Party Headquarters and gain that momentum. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful I listened to you, because I would have dispersed my energy, and it would have been two memberships that were And
one of the things that I encourage people to think about is, like, as creatives, you have a lot of different ideas, and I'm in the same boat. Like, I consider myself a creative, even though I'm not an artist. I do consider myself a creative. And one of the things that has served me really well, and it'll serve everybody really well as it relates to, memberships, is getting creative within the membership versus starting something completely new all the time. Once you learn to channel that creativity within, that's when things really begin to explode. And that's when you get to tap into, your creative abilities, but in a very focused way.
Yeah. Any other questions you see? Because I want you to break down what they're going to get when they sign up. And I know you have a busy schedule today, because today's the last day you can join for an entire year. So.
Yeah, it really is. We host this one time a year, and then we shift gears as a team, and we're all in to love on you and support you from the experience standpoint. So today is the final day, and registration closes at midnight Pacific Standard Time tonight. I see here Don said, crafts or the buy-sell business journey. Either one of those, Don. We have many examples of people who have excelled in both of those. So, that one. Let me see here.
There's literally crafts for napkin creating, which is new to me too.
Wow.
They have everything.
Yeah, that's super, super interesting. So Amelia says, I have women asking me to help them, mentor them on going deeper in personal walk with God. I can't wrap my mind around asking money for that. Well, here's the thing that I would say about that, Amelia, is that I actually had this conversation this morning. Let me see if I can find my comment, because I think it'll be very relevant for you. One second. I was responding to somebody who asked actually a very similar question. Goodness gracious me.
Hey, y'all, thanks for being here, by the way. I see Rose and Patty and Denise. Hello, hello. Emily, you have a really long question. Is it possible to launch 2 totally different memberships in different niches and not be overwhelmed? Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. We recommend choosing one. It doesn't mean you can't change it or even add a second membership later, but we really want you to dive deep into one and gain that momentum. So pick which one you're most passionate about and the one you know you can solve the problem for people to help them.
I can't find it, but I responded to it this morning. But essentially, it was somebody very similar, Amelia, who he's actually he's creating something where he's helping people learn about the Bible, but he's creating through Star Wars characters, believe it or not.
What?
And so he's combined these two things. It's like a really unique thing. But what he was saying was that as he was rolling it out, he had comments from people who were asking the same thing, Amelia, which is like, how could you charge for something like this? If it's ministry, like, why are you charging? And I responded to it because for me, one of the things that I want you to realize is that charging for what we do, it's not a bad thing. It's a very good thing, because here's the thing, Amelia. When you have those financial resources, guess what happens? You now have the ability to reinvest back into the business and reach more people. So you're able to do more good and impact more people. And you can't do that if you don't have financial resources. If you don't have financial resources, you've got to get the finances from somewhere, right? And to be able to create the experience you want to create, to be able to reach the people you want to reach. And so what my belief is, the more money we have, the more impact we can have. The more money we have, the more good we can do, right? So it is a very, very healthy thing to be able to, charge for what we do, because that then gives us the ability to reach more people and have more impact with the very thing that we're looking to do.
Yeah, I think that's such a creative idea, like relating. Yeah, that I would love to see how that.
Yeah,
my husband might like to look into that.
Exactly. That's, I think, a big part of it. It's it's combining those two. Okay, let me see here. Nice. I'm not sure. Inner Journey Studios said, I launched my art membership last week during the free workshops. Amazing. I'm excited for Tribe to learn how to nurture my members and grow the membership to help even more. Thanks to both Heidi and Stu for all you do to help us. That's awesome. Whoever that is. That's amazing.
I love what Annette says. She says, my pastor always says, salvation is free, but ministry costs.
Well, yeah. And it was interesting to read the comments in there, because, so many of the comments were saying something very similar around the standpoint of like, well, listen, pastors, they need to earn a living. Like, like, it's not the money side of it is not the thing. Like, we need that in order to be able to do the very thing that we're looking to do.
Yeah, I know with paint parties, sometimes I get women who push back because I teach at church retreats. And I'm like, but as a woman going to church retreats, I would never expect to do that for free. I would pay my fee just like anyone else. And so I think sometimes we have to remember, just because a dentist is really good at fixing our teeth, or a yoga instructor is really good at yoga, we would not dare go, let me not pay you. Like, why would we want our pastor or somebody to not be able to survive and pay for their groceries? Like, right. You got to think of it like that. It's not like, and again, it's all your belief and what you're comfortable with. But from a money standpoint, if you're in a state of survival at all times and you don't get comfortable with that, how are you going to help other people? So, totally.
And the financial resources give you the ability to help people at a higher level and reach more people. Like, we're able to have a far greater impact when we have that, where I got inspired by this was, there's a video on YouTube that I watched called The Secret Billionaire. And it's this video of this gentleman. His name's Chuck Feeney. And he was the gentleman who created the duty-free airport shops. And he made like ridiculous amounts of money, billions of dollars. so much that he felt guilty about it and started secretly giving it away, like hundreds of millions of dollars away. And then when he turned 75, he realized like that he wanted to share this with more people and hopefully inspire others to give more, because his goal was to give away every single dollar before he died. Now, last year, I just read an article that he accomplished his goal. He saved $2 million for himself, and he gave away more than $8 billion. $8 billion to universities to fund different research initiatives, like all these incredible programs and nonprofits. And I just think to myself, like, man, look at the impact. Look at the impact that he was able to have because he had the financial resources. And, my wife and I, we have our own nonprofit. We have our own nonprofit where we build schools over in Kenya. We've been doing this since 2009. We now have built 14 schools, educating more than 5,000 plus kids. And I'm telling you, we would not be able to do any of that if we did not have financial resources. We need financial resources to be able to do more good in the world. And so what I would just want to suggest to everybody is like, making money is a very good thing because it enables us to be able to do more good.
Yeah, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I'm sure that the impact of that and how, you're able to tell your kids about that. And I'm sure they help with some of that too, which is so, so cool. Okay. So let's see. We have, Sheila says, I would love to join, but the price is too high for me since I plan to retire soon. Heidi, thank you for all that you have shared. Love ya. Okay, so what would you say for people who are nervous about the price, and then kind of share with what they're going to get, if they sign up, because today's the last day.
Yeah, today's the last day. Here's what I would say. Like, I would reframe the way in which you think about the investment. And what I mean by that is that, think of it as 8 members, 8 in total, not like 8 every month, like 8 in total at $25 a month. If you're able to welcome 8 new members at $25 a month over the course of the year, you've paid for your investment. And do you think that being immersed in the tribe experience, you'll learn how to welcome 8 new members? Yeah, 100% you will. But if that's all it does, then it's paid for itself. And that's what makes it so exciting, because we had, I was just talking to, what was her name? Oh, I'm talking to so many people this week.
You've been talking to a lot of people this week, so we give you some grace on that.
but she said that one of the things that she did was, it was Janice. That's who it was. It was Janice. Janice said her first goal was just eight members, and she hit that right away. She's over 30 plus members in her membership, and that's the magic of what we're talking about and teaching here inside of the Tribe Experience, is because of the nature of memberships. And I think of like Maxie, who is a grandmother, started her membership teaching quilting. And she used to have a quilting shop. And so, but the quilting shop she wanted to retire from. It was, getting stressful. It was keeping her really busy, but she had this passion and this skill of quilting. So she's like, so she started a membership, and Maxie's got more than 600 paying members inside of her quilting membership.
Wow.
And she didn't have any online experience, like whatsoever. Like, she had a brick and mortar quilting shop, like old school, quilting shop. And she's transitioned to an online membership, and she's had it now for 2.5 years. She came through Tribe. She's had it for 2.5 years. She's grown it to 600 plus members. And I was talking to her earlier in the week, and one of the things that she said was she's just so grateful for the membership because it's given her so much time to be with her grandkids, and she's still able to earn an incredible, monthly recurring revenue that it means that she hasn't had to dip into her retirement whatsoever. And she's doing the thing that she loves, which is quilting. She's like, I'd be talking about this anyway, during my retirement. So it's just, I think that there's so many options when we begin opening our mind to what's possible and realizing that it doesn't take a whole lot. 8 new members in total at $25 a month. Because of the nature of memberships, it pays for itself. But in terms of what we're going to get, so there's a whole lot. Like essentially, this has been my world for the last 12 years, 13 years actually, since 2008. And I've been specifically working with tens of thousands of entrepreneurs add recurring revenue into their business through memberships. And so what you're initially going to get is access to my 13 plus years of experience distilled down into 6 modules. And in the modules are bite-sized lessons, 5, 10, 15-minute lessons that enable you to just dive right in and get going with the content. And so the 6 core modules, which are delivered, we go 2 weeks on and then 1 week off. 2 weeks on and 1 week off. And the reason we do that is so that you have breathing room to be able to implement. And if you need to catch up because you had something going on, no problem. You use those weeks to catch up. That's what they're there for, is to implement and catch up. And then there are all kinds of additional elements. Like I show up live every single day like this to answer questions. I want you to know that I'm not going anywhere. Like every single day, I'm there for our 10 and 10 to answer questions. Every single week, I have an extended Q&A. If you if there are more questions, which there are, and I jump on and I answer those. And those are, you pop on and pop off when you need them. If you need extra support, jump on.
And
if you don't,
I don't know if you know this, but when I joined in 2018, Paint Party Headquarters was an idea, and I was launching it during Tribe. And I kept submitting those questions. So the whole time I was launching, you would be like, oh, and here's another one from Heidi Easley. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you didn't even really know who I was then, but I just kept submitting questions because I was literally launching as the whole Tribe course was going on. So for those of y'all that are in that case, remember, like, that's the cool part.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. Like we make I'm available to support you and help you in this journey. My team's available, and all of those, by the way, like I said, they're, you pop on, you pop off when you need that support, but they're all recorded and they're all available in the members area where you can search. So what inevitably happens is we have this amazing library where you're able to search and you're brought to the moment in the videos where I'm responding to that very thing that you are searching for. So you're able to get your answers to your questions very, very quickly. Now, not only that, but we also have this incredible community that you are going to be a part of. And this is where, as Heidi said, she's back now for year number 3. And year four. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And there are like thousands of our Tribe alumni who are back for either their 2nd year, 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year. And the benefit of that is like, this is a community of tremendous experience, right? And you're tapping into that collective wisdom and support, which is so incredibly powerful. It's not you on an island by yourself trying to figure this out. It's you're surrounded by support and people cheering you on, helping you, giving you feedback, and so forth. And speaking of that community, this is where like we have set up the accountability and connection calls to help you find others within the group that you can connect with on a more personal nature, who you have things in common with to help you navigate. That was a big part for you, Heidi, on your journey.
Yeah, it's changed my life. So through Tribe, I met some of my best friends now. I mean, we talk probably more through group chat every day than I do to my husband. And so we were on constant communication. And I think the part that was so scary is I was kind of nervous about going in alone. And all of us we were all doing paint parties. We were all kind of in that world. And we could have been like, no, I don't want to talk to them. They're my competition. But instead we embraced it and we've helped each other. And the coolest part is we literally like have grown our businesses together. And that's what one of the bonuses is. So when you join Tribe today, and we have the link in the description, the bonus, I'm doing a study group. It's the entire time of Stu's training, I'm going to be live in that study group, and then also helping y'all collaborate with other artists and creatives so that you can kind of build the same type of thing that we did. And then also another bonus is I'm going to, since we're doing our 3-year anniversary for Paint Party Headquarters, I'm going to give them kind of a backstage pass on what I'm doing throughout my entire launch for this 3-year anniversary. So it's a lot of really cool stuff they're going to see behind the scenes.
That is super cool. Super cool. And this is just, we're just barely scratching the surface on, all that is included. Like, there are a variety of different bonuses. One is called instant audience. So if you don't have an audience yet and you're starting from scratch, this is the bonus that's specifically there to support you in that. Because you don't need, tens of thousands or thousands. I generally recommend a couple hundred. But even then, like, there are so many examples of people who didn't have that. Like, I think of Kelly, who she didn't have even hundreds. She had 57 people in her audience, and 29 of them joined her for the membership. I think of Russ, who I talked to this morning, had 9, not even 10. He had 9, and 2 people joined him. And then he's like, you know what? Like, that inspired him. So he went into a few Facebook groups and shared what he was doing. Heidi, he's now over 30 plus members in his founding member launch. He had an audience of 9 people.
How is that even possible?
Well, because once the idea was validated, he's like, oh my gosh. Like, so he went into a variety of other Facebook groups and shared what he was doing. And as a result of that, he's now gone from 2 members who want to join to over 30 plus, which is pretty incredible, right? He's in the wedding industry.
He's in what industry?
The wedding industry.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just so many there's so many different things you can do. And I think, if you can't join, we understand that, this isn't right for everybody. We understand that. And Stu will be the first one to tell you. But if you're trying to start a membership, this is the best in the business to learn from.
Well, and that's just it. Like, if this is going to put you in a financially compromising situation, do not register. But if it's going to stretch you and you got to get creative, then I want to encourage you. Like, Heidi, that was, that's exactly what happened for you. I remember you kind of made a little bet with your husband that if you could figure it out by the time it closed, it was game time, right?
Yes. So my husband was not really for me taking Tribe. And I was like, you don't understand. Like, I seriously, like, this is everything I've been learning. It's all coming together. Like, I need to take this course. And so he's like, I just don't know. And usually he's always like, okay, fine. It's fine, whatever. And so I said, okay, let me make a deal. If I can get the money together before Sunday, would you, be okay with it? Because again, I'm not a person who's like, I don't want to cause strife between married couples. That is not right. Because I've had a couple people say, my husband's against it. I'm like, well, y'all need to work that out. I'm not getting in between that. But this is what I did. And so I made the bet with Bobby, and he's like, okay. And I ended up coming up with the money just in a couple of days because I learned, once you start going, instead of having the attitude of this can't happen, instead have the attitude of like, what if it could? Like, what if this could happen? And so I almost approach it from like a toddler or a child standpoint of like, but what if it could, and I get real excited. And then he is the same person in August when I was totally going to quit after I started Tribe because, building a business is not for the weak, and I was starting to get overwhelmed and stressed. And he's like, you can't quit. Like, no, you're doing this. And so now fast forward 3 years, we have over 2,000 members. And I'm so grateful that I, took a bet on myself. I invested in myself and I took action. So I think, it's not for everybody, but for those of y'all that are ready to do this, this is the best in the biz. So any final questions or anything you want to say before you go? I know you have a lot to do today.
Well, Debbie just said there, she said, ask yourself, how can it happen? And it's a great, powerful question because then that turns your brain on. Your brain starts looking for all the ways in which it can happen. So I love that, Debbie. It's such a powerful question. Here's what I would say. It's 100% normal to feel equal parts excited and scared. And I just want you to know that is normal. And that's also a sign that you are stepping into a bigger version of yourself, right? And, and part of that fear comes from like, can I manage it? Can I handle it? And what I want to share with you is you 100% can, because you're not on this journey by yourself. You are on this journey with me, with our team, with our incredible community. And this is a proven process that I've been doing this one thing for the last 13 years. We're really good at helping you take what you're already know, love, and do and turn it into a recurring revenue membership. And so you'll be supported by us. You'll be supported by the community. And you'll also be supported by Heidi. You know, I love that you are creating this group. And I love that, you know, it's something that Heidi's been through, you know, and she's, you know, on that journey herself. It's been incredible to watch how it started with 58 founding members and then grew to hundreds, and now, you know, over 2,000 plus members. So she can speak to that from experience, and that smaller group is going to create that, you know, accountability group and those connections that will be with you for a lifetime. And I just want you to know that what comes out of this is not so much about the membership. It's about what the membership makes possible. And 8 members at $25 a month is all you would need to welcome for it to pay for itself. And do you think you're going to get ideas beyond, 8 new members? Of course. But if it's that all it does, then it's paid for itself. And I just want to encourage you, because we do this one time a year. This is it. And then we shift gears tonight at midnight Pacific. We shift gears, and it's all about moving forward and loving on you and supporting you and helping you. So Heidi, thank you so much for the time. Thank you everybody for the questions. And for the, I see Debbie said, I love my accountability group. That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah. One last thing I want to share before we go is, when I first joined, I learned one tip from Gretchen, who now does my Facebook ads. I learned one tip from her that has saved me thousands of dollars in paint, just by having a resource that was in the painting industry that taught me that. So I was like already a weekend going, I'm already ahead of the game. Like, this is crazy. So yeah, there's sometimes things like that you don't equate with the actual course that comes as a benefit of that. So connections and relationships and so many things that you're going to learn. So Stu, I know you are busy. I want everybody, if you are going to join us for Tribe, tonight, it's the last night. So you need to, make a decision. If you don't decide to join us, make sure to check out his Marketing Your Business podcast. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up, just because you can't join. We want to make sure you're still making progress, moving forward. I know Stu would totally agree too.
Yeah, 100%.
Make sure you do that. And then also, let us know if you do decide to join. Let us know in the comments, and we are so excited. And then Stu, I know if you want to say bye, I'm actually going to stay on for a minute because I have to tell them a couple more things about this painting. So if you want to say bye to him.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I look forward to those of you who join us tonight. It's going to be amazing. And right away, you're going to get access to the members area. And when you do, one of the steps is to book a connection call. And I really encourage you to do that, because that's a chance for you to immediately start meeting your fellow tribers and begin creating those relationships. And then on Monday, May 10th, we start it with the opening ceremony, and away we go. So thank you so much, Heidi. Appreciate you. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Right, bye, Stu. All right. So hopefully that helped you gain some clarity if you're wanting to start a membership. But I want to give away some gift cards. So for those of y'all that have been staying on here, Tanya says, yes, Heidi, you're so right. Keep feeding your soul. Yes, like if you can't do it this year, be prepared for next year. I know a lot of people have signed up this year that were on the fence last year and were like, oh, I can't do it. But you have a year in advance to know. And then all of y'all that once you join Tribe, you never have to pay the same price again. So Stu does a really, really big discount for anybody who joins Tribe. And then the next year, if you join it again. So like I said, I am on my 4th year taking this, and people are like, why would you take it again? And I'm like, I am still learning. I'm still growing. And I don't know about you, but when you're in a business where you're constantly learning, things are constantly changing. I mean, I don't know if you've known this, but stuff has changed in a year. And so you always want to be constantly growing. You never want to like take something and go, got it, check, done. No, that's how businesses die. You have to constantly be growing, all of that kind of stuff. LaRonda, I think if you email help@tribehub.com, you can find out if you skip a year. But yeah, the first year it's $19.97, and then I think he does a 50 or a 75% discount for the next year. So it's a very, very, very significant discount. And then what you need to get started, Teresa, really the main thing you need to get started is you want to know that you want to start a membership. It's cost $19.97, or if you do payment plans, there's a payment plan option where you can do 6 payments. So I think it's like $3.97 to get started. But really, guys, it's all about again, this isn't for everybody. This is for the artists and creatives out there that want to start a membership. So remember, it's not for everybody. Now, I want to quickly do some gift card giveaways and also share, yeah, Anna, the alumni cost is lower. So once you sign up for the first initial cost, if you decide to take it again next year, it's going to be very, very significant, significantly lower. Okay, so if you need to text me to get information about the sunflower that's coming up. Oh, Shar. So what does he mean, just 8? He means if you have 8 people that are in your membership for the year, that if they're paying $25 a month, it would literally pay for your tribe experience. But again, you're going to learn and you're going to grow. And then as you keep going, you're going to, again, grow your members and stuff like that. It's so, so cool. And you get to help so many different people. So a lot of you hashtag PPHQ, and you have seen a membership in action. Paint Party Headquarters is a membership. And the reason we're able to give you so, so much is because we have been able to grow it. And now I can hire a team who right now is wonderfully posting the fun, the link to, the text number to the sunflower. So many cool things like that. Thank you, Debbie, so much. And Char says, oh my gosh, don't say that. I'm always like math. Oh my gosh, I always have to ask Alexa to do math problems for me. Okay, so for those of y'all that are in Paint Party Headquarters, know that this is going to be coming to you. Real quick before I announce the gift card winners, we have right here this. Actually, you have to text me. You have to text me. I'll announce one on here, and then I'll announce a couple from the text thing. So right here, this is going to happen on Sunday. Now, if you do not have the supply list and tracer, I want you to text me here. Text the word sunflower, and it'll immediately give you the list for the sunflower. All of you that are wanting to join Tribe, you have until midnight. It is up in the description. Click the link. When you use my link, you're going to get all of my bonuses. And I'm really excited to share that with you. And then Sunday at 6 p.m., I'm going to be teaching you this live for free. It's a Mother's Day event. We're kicking off all the things about Paint Party Headquarters and how to get started teaching paint parties. Now, Sunday night, I'm teaching you this. So if you cannot get the exact colors, is that okay? Yes, it's okay. So if you can't get the exact yellow, just get a yellow. If you can't get the exact green, just get something similar. Okay, these are 2 different brands. So even if you can't get the exact green, just get something similar. And all you have to do to get access to that is text the word sunflower here. Okay, so screenshot this. I'm going to leave it here for about 5 seconds. Screenshot in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And text the word sunflower to that number. And then I'm going to give you the supply list, the tracer, so you're ready to go. Okay, Sunday's going to be fun. So right now, what I want to do is give away some gift cards, okay? So let's see. Love that fun flower. Oh, I like that, Shar. Did you mean to say fun flower? Because that is real fun. I like it. Fun flower. We should call it fun flower sunflower. Maybe. I like it. Okay, thank you, Debbie, so much for putting the text in there. Is that the right one? Oh, that's not the right one. Hold on. That's the wrong one, Debbie. It's 817. I don't want to put that one on there. Okay, it's 8. Did I have the wrong number? Oh, 817. Okay, so make sure you text 817-373-5478. Okay, so let me go ahead and pick a couple of people. I'm going to pick Debbie Kastner. Debbie Kastner, will you please email me at support@texasartandsoul.com your address, and I'm going to send you, I have an Amazon gift card on my desk over there. And then let me pick one more person. Let's go ahead and pick KJ Jones. KJ Jones, if you will please email support@texasartandsoul.com and texasartandsoul.com. There we go, Debbie. Thank you. 817-373-5478 is where you text. If you will, KJ, go ahead and email support@texasartandsoul.com or your full address. I will send you out an Amazon gift card this week. Okay, so we have covered a lot. We have the painting pretty much done. I'll make sure to have all of this as soon as I can inside of Paint Party headquarters for y'all to use to make money with it. And then join us Sunday night at 6 p.m. for the sunflower. And then all of you that have been thinking, excited, nervous, all those things about joining Tribe, tonight is the last night. Okay, so I know I've been talking about it a lot this week, but he opens the doors for a very short time. Tonight at midnight, the doors close. So if you're ready to start a membership, make sure you join today. All right, guys, I hope y'all have a lot of fun today, and I will see y'all on Sunday. Bye, guys.